mean, again, that hair is really quite hot to the touch, so it's doing the same method exactly as if the hair had been set under a dryer, and that's the effect when you take rollers out. That's how the hair looks. But the nice thing with this is that it gives the hair a much more modern look. When you take rollers out, the hair actually tends to be crispy, so it's almost like baked the product onto the hair. I think the whole method of using the brush and the dryer, it kind of, although it's putting volume and setting the hair, it tends to kind of smooth the cuticle out. When hair's been set, this is all very crispy, and then you have to again get a brush to try and brush the curl out. But I think the trouble with that is then that you're kind of smoothing the hair too much, where you still want to leave a lot of the movement in, so you can actually take the hair out and leave it quite soft with the curl still in it. Although, I say with the set method, you're having to kind of comb out the hair too much, and it makes it look very old-fashioned. Okay, for this front section, I'm going to divide this fringe section in 3. So taking the rest of it back, as you can see. Okay, so there's our finished barrel curl set, done in contemporary fashion, which is obviously the blow drying and then leaving it in the curls afterwards. So just to recap really on how we achieved this, we shampooed and conditioned the hair, just keeping the conditioner to mid-lengths and ends, not to make the roots too soft. We applied about 8 golf ball size amounts of mousse, if not a little bit more, to give the hair maximum hold. And then we start in the nape area, start to work up in sections, but split those sections down into 3, blow dry them, and then pin them into the barrels. We used a larger brush on the longer hair, and then we got to the short layers. I used a smaller brush, again just to give you a firmer curl there. And that's our finished result. Well, I've just started to take the barrel pin curls out, and the best way of taking these out is just to very gently put your fingers either side of the clips and just release them, so don't drag the curl too much. Again there, get your fingers either side and just take those out. And the idea is we want to kind of leave these curls in place until we dress the hair out. So again, don't be tempted just to start to drag your fingers through the hair. And also as well, with your client, most clients want to go and handle the hair very quickly. So again, if you just remind them just to kind of leave it in place until you finish dressing the hair. Because a lot of the time when people wear the hair smoother, when you have a bit of curl in the hair, it's an unusual look for them, not used to the amount of volume. So most people want to kind of start to drag their hands through the hair straight away. So the best way is just to get your client just to wait until you dress the hair out. Another good way of holding in some of the curl that's in there is just to put a little bit of back combing in at the root area. So I'm just going to spin the chair around. So very gently clip the hair up out of the way. And with the fine end of the comb, I'm literally just going to start to back comb 1, 2, 3. That's just, again, it's just giving you that bit of support at the root. 1, 2, 3. Again, gently take the hair down. And 1, 2, 3. You can see the volume that that's giving it. It's just giving you support to everything that you've been doing style-wise. You can take your sections. 1, 2, 3. It's the kind of style that even lasts you like a good couple of days, that your client can kind of brush the hair even after sleeping on it the next morning. It'll still have a bit of bounce at the root that gives it maximum root lift. I mean, barrel pin curls are designed mainly to give it root lift, not really putting so much curl on the ends. The flat pin curl version tends to put a little bit more movement on the ends and not as much at the root.